Good morning, everybody. I hope you're feeling lively today. I have to say, I woke up this morning and I was a little bit sleepy. And I opened my curtains and it was dark. But now I'm up and I've had my cup of coffee and my breakfast. The sun is starting to rise over the beautiful Lammermuir Hills. You wouldn't believe it is a stunning, stunning sunrise. So I hope that you are up to see the sunrise, although not a lot before that, please, because mummies and daddies need their sleep. Now, hope you had a lovely weekend. Today it's a brand new week. And this week will mark the beginning of a lot of fun activities that Mrs. Young, Mr. Spiden and I will be sharing with you at home. So first, let's have a quick look and see what day of the week it is. Now, last time we were together, it was Friday, and that's normally the end of our school week. But since then, you've had 2 days over your weekend. Can you remember the days of the week song? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just for you. Saturday, Sunday, it's the weekend. Then Monday comes again. So the weekend was Saturday and Sunday. And these on my calendar are the orange and the yellow ones. So we probably won't be doing those together. But we're back to the very start of the week. So I've got to take Friday off and I've got to go all the way back up to the beginning to Monday. Now, Friday was the 8th. So Saturday will have been the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th. Sunday was the 10th. So today must be the 11th. Now I think, oh, I just popped you. So sorry. I think I have a bit of a problem with the 11th because I've only got 1. Oh dear. I am going to have to find something to use on my calendar that has another 1. I wonder what I could use. It's a bit tricky. I have got next to me in my log basket, I've got a little bit of stick. I wonder if that would do for just now, and then we can get it sorted later. There we go. 1 and a 1. You might not be able to see it. Maybe I can put it a bit closer for you. Look, there we go. 1 and a 1. Phew! I'm going to have to find or make, Mrs. Brown might have to be very creative and make another 1. So today is the 11th. Is it still January? January, February, March and April, May, June, July and August, September, October, November, December, these are the months of the year. So I used 10 fingers and 2 more logs, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 months of the year. And we are still in January, still at the start of the month. And you can still see it's white, and that means that it is the season of winter. Now, it isn't snowing at my house today. Definitely not snowing. It's not raining either. I wonder, what is it like at your house? Have you peered out the windows and had a good look? I think my house is a little bit grey today. I've got a bit of a cloudy start. Never mind, hopefully the sunshine will come out later. Now, on Friday I shared an activity with you called the Ants and the Grasshopper. And it was all about the animals collecting food for the winter. Because I don't know about you, if you went for a big walk at the weekend, there wasn't much out and about, was there? Lots of bare trees with no leaves on. There was lots of spiky holly when I went on my walk. There was a little bit of snow still on the ground. There were a few holly berries on the bush and no flowers or no apples that I saw, so it's a bit slim pickings for the animals. So in the Ant and the Grasshopper, remember, they spent summer collecting up all the food so that they had plenty left for the winter when it was really, really cold. Well, the Ant and the Grasshopper are not the only mini beasts who do this. This is a little spread from one of my favourite books that I was given at the end of last year by a boy who's now in Form 2, and it's called Slow Down. Bring calm to a busy world with 50 nature stories, and look at the beautiful pictures that are inside. Isn't that lovely? Now, what animal do you think this story is going to be about? It's called A Squirrel Buries an Acorn in Autumn and Digs it up again in winter. When autumn arrives and the leaves fall to the ground, the grey squirrels of the park are collecting acorns to store up for the long winter ahead. The squirrel must pick the right acorn, not too big or too small. It should be on the verge of ripening, so that it will be ready when it needs to eat it in winter. When the acorn can be detected by a strong scent, have a good sniff, the squirrel can tell that it's the right stage of ripeness. He will also find a very perfect, just perfect place to bury it, somewhere memorable, far away from other hungry squirrels. 3 months later, when the park is covered in snow, this squirrel will have to remember where it is. Watch her bury for it, look for it, and nibble on her tasty meal. So here we go. This is the first picture here. So she's found the perfect acorn. She buries a little small hole in the soft earth and buries it, putting the earth down with her bare feet. So she pats it down, pat, 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 pat. Then, taking a mental note of where she is, she moves on to gather her next treat. Scientists have watched squirrels be reburying their acorns. Sometimes they've seen squirrels dig them up and rebury them again, and they believe it's all helping their memory to make sure that they know where they've rehidden it, so that if you put a toy away, for example, maybe the beginning of the summer, you might not now know where that toy is. But if you go back for it regularly and hide it in a new place, that helps your memory. So they're very clever, aren't they, squirrels? Then look, the snow is on the ground. Come winter, the squirrel returns to her patch under the oak tree. Even under 30 centimetres of snow, that's about the length of this book. That's about that deep. That's quite deep. That's the length of a long, long ruler. She can find it under the snow. She can smell it, and she digs up her stash. Dig, 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 dig. And then her prized acorn is found. She devours it and moves on for her next meal, which will be another acorn or perhaps another stash of nuts, some of which will go home to her babies. So there you go. So if you ever see a squirrel running around near your house, maybe they're going looking for their special stash of food, and they'll move from one to the next, collecting them for their meals. We're very lucky that we have Mr. Tesco that we can pop down and we can buy whatever it is that we want. We don't need to plan for the winter, but other animals do, to make sure that they've got enough food to see them through, especially if they have babies. Now, today we've got some wonderful activities for you. I've got another of Aesop's fables that maybe you'd like to join later this afternoon. And this morning we've got a gym activity. In the gym hall we often warm up, don't we? First, get our hearts pounding, get our bodies all nice and warmed up, ready for doing our exercises. And we do that to music. So I've shared with you some Sticky Kids songs. Some of them you may be familiar with, but some of them might be brand new to you. And remember, always listen to the words, and that'll tell you what you need to do. Then there's a little video. Now, these are people who normally run a big gymnastics studio, and boys and girls go to them for special lessons. So it's not really at a school, but it is a special place where people go to have extra lessons, and they teach them how to do all sorts of amazing things. Well, in the last lockdown, they weren't able to do that. Like all of us, they were kind of stuck in one place, not able to come and go like we got used to doing in the summer. So they did some special videos, and this one that I've shared with you today is all about counting, and it's about trying to make your bodies like the numbers as well as doing movements and counting the movements as you do them. At the end there's a little challenge. Can you do a wall stand? Mrs. Brown definitely wouldn't be able to do a wall stand, I don't think. She does have friends who do yoga and do all sorts of fancy headstands, but Mrs. Brown is not one of them. But you need to go right up close to a wall that doesn't have any windows or any paintings on them, and then you, with your hands in a really firm base, you then walk your legs up the wall behind you. But you mustn't do this without a grown-up being with you to help you. And in fact, if you don't fancy doing that bit at all, just watch them do it and then move on to the next bit. And at the end, you might like to join me for some mindful activity. So this is something that calms you down, something nice and slow, things that we'll talk about and focus on in our brain together. And that's a really nice way to finish your gym lesson. Mrs. Young also has a very fun fine motor activity for you to have a go as well. Okay, so I hope you have a lovely Monday, and I'll see you again tomorrow for Tuesday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.